Have you ever woken up in the morning, sat on the edge of your bed, and just stayed there for a moment, trying to gather the energy to stand up? Maybe your legs feel just a little weaker than they did last month, or lifting your arms takes a bit more effort than it used to. You might notice yourself walking a bit slower, not because you're in pain, but because your body simply doesn't feel as strong as it once did. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. After the age of 60, it's completely normal to experience a gradual decrease in muscle strength. But here's something many people don't realize. The loss of muscle mass, a condition called sarcopenia, isn't just an unavoidable part of aging. It's also about the choices we make to support our bodies, or the lack thereof, over time. Now, here's something that might surprise you. Your muscles don't just get stronger because of what you do during the day. In fact, your body carries out some of its most important muscle repairing work at night while you sleep. That's the time when it heals, restores, and builds your muscle tissue. But it can only do this effectively if it has the right building materials. And those building blocks come directly from the food you eat. But not just any food. Your muscles need the right kind of nourishing, gentle bedtime foods. Foods that quietly support your body while you rest. These are the foods that feed your muscles, help you stay strong, and give you the chance to wake up feeling just a little better than the day before. In today's video, I'll walk with you through 4 powerful and natural bedtime foods that are specially suited to help fight muscle loss, rebuild strength, and bring a little more confidence back to your mornings, one restful night at a time. And the last food on the list? Just 1 spoonful before bed could make a real difference in how your muscles feel when you wake up. You may be surprised by its impact, so stay with me to the end. And before we dive into it, if you're curious about simple, effective ways to stay strong while you sleep, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to True Wellness, and share in the comments. Have you ever tried a bedtime snack that actually made you feel stronger the next morning? I'd love to hear your story. Let's begin with something gentle, something green, fuzzy on the outside and vibrantly sweet tart on the inside, the unassuming kiwi. You might think of kiwi as a refreshing addition to a summer fruit bowl, or just a tangy slice in a salad, but here's what most people don't know. This little fruit is a quiet but powerful ally when it comes to rest and recovery, especially if you enjoy it in the evening. Let me share a story. George, a 74-year-old widower and retired school teacher, once told me something that stuck with me over a shared cup of tea. "I don't sleep straight through anymore," he said. "And when I wake up, I feel stiff, like my body's been clenched all night long." He wasn't in any real pain, just weary. His legs didn't feel as firm beneath him, and his arms no longer held the strength they used to. Like many, he assumed it was just the price of growing older. I suggested one simple shift: try eating 2 kiwis about an hour before bedtime every night for 2 weeks. That's all. The change was subtle at first, but quickly became undeniable. Not only did George fall asleep more easily, something he hadn't done in years, but he began to wake up feeling lighter, more rested, and even steadier on his feet. "I don't creak like an old chair anymore," he chuckled. "My legs feel like mine again." So what is it about kiwi that makes it so remarkable? For starters, kiwi is one of the rare fruits that naturally contains melatonin, the hormone that tells your brain it's time to sleep. While many people rely on melatonin supplements, kiwi offers a food-based version your body can absorb more naturally and gently. Research has shown that consuming kiwi before bed can significantly improve both sleep quality and duration, especially in older adults. But that's only the beginning. Deep, restful sleep is when your body carries out its most critical repair work. During these restorative hours, your body rebuilds tissues, balances hormones, and restores physical strength, but only if you actually reach those deeper sleep stages. Kiwi acts as a natural key, helping unlock that door. Beyond melatonin, kiwi is also packed with antioxidants, particularly vitamins C and D. Why does that matter? As we age, our muscles are more susceptible to inflammation and oxidative stress, which leads to stiffness, soreness, and that general sense of moving more slowly. Antioxidants help combat that stress so your muscles can focus on healing rather than constantly repairing damage. Kiwi also provides a healthy dose of potassium, an essential mineral that supports proper muscle contractions and helps prevent those unpleasant nighttime leg cramps. If you've ever shot awake at 3 a.m. with a sharp spasm in your calf, you already know how valuable that can be. And here's what many seniors love most about kiwi. It's easy on the digestive system and won't spike your blood sugar. Despite its sweet taste, kiwi has a low glycemic index, making it a safe option for people managing diabetes or watching their insulin. It's naturally low in sodium as well, which is ideal for those dealing with high blood pressure. So what's the best way to enjoy it? Simply peel 2 ripe kiwis and eat them slowly about an hour before bed. Pair the ritual with a calming activity, maybe a quiet book or some soft background music. It's a small gesture, but one that gently signals to your body. Rest is near, healing is on the way. Of course, like anything, listen to your own body. A few people may find kiwi mildly upsetting if they have sensitive stomachs or digestive conditions, but for most, kiwi is soothing, nourishing, and very well tolerated. Now that we've explored the quiet power of kiwi, a simple natural tool for better sleep and stronger recovery, let's shift our focus to something a bit more familiar. Something we've all cracked open countless times, maybe on toast at breakfast or folded into a favorite recipe passed down through generations. Let's talk about eggs. You might be thinking, eggs before bed? Really? It's true. While most of us think of eggs as a morning food, having an egg before bed can do something pretty special for your body, especially if you're over 60 and working to maintain strength, stability, and muscle tone. What gives eggs their strength-building edge isn't just the protein content, though that's certainly part of it. Eggs are considered a complete protein, which means they contain all 9 essential amino acids your muscles need for repair and growth. They're especially rich in leucine, an amino acid known to directly trigger muscle protein synthesis. In plain terms, eating eggs tells your body, it's time to rebuild. Here's where it gets particularly important for older adults. As we age, our muscles don't respond to small amounts of protein the way they used to. A young adult can eat a modest portion of meat and stimulate muscle growth, but those over 60 often need a bit more and higher quality protein to achieve the same effect. Eggs deliver just that. One large egg has about 6 grams of protein and 500 to 600 milligrams of leucine, enough to kickstart your body's overnight muscle restoration. If your dinner was light or low in protein, a soft-boiled egg an hour before bed might be exactly what your body needs to stay strong through the night. But there's more. Eggs also contain vitamin D, a nutrient many seniors are low in, especially those who get little sun exposure. And vitamin D isn't just important for bones, it's critical for muscle performance and coordination. Add to that the choline found in eggs, which supports healthy brain and nerve function, and you've got a food that helps your entire body, muscles, nerves, balance, work more smoothly and confidently. Now let's talk cholesterol, because that question always comes up. It's true, eggs had a bad reputation for years, but today's research shows that for most people, eating 1 egg per day does not raise the risk of heart disease. In fact, eggs may even help improve cholesterol profiles by increasing the good HDL cholesterol. Unless your doctor has told you otherwise, eggs can be a safe and smart addition to your diet. How you prepare them matters, of course. Gentle methods like soft boiling, poaching, or scrambling with a little olive oil help retain nutrients and go easy on digestion. Avoid frying in butter or using too much salt, especially if you're managing blood pressure. And if chewing is a challenge, a soft egg is one of the easiest proteins to consume. No extra effort required. Let me tell you about Lean, a cheerful 68-year-old woman I met during a wellness workshop. She always brought fresh fruit for the group and greeted everyone with a smile. But she confided in me that mornings were tough. I get out of bed and my legs feel like overcooked noodles, she joked. She often skipped nighttime snacks, thinking it would help her sleep better. We added just one poached egg to her nightly routine. Nothing heavy, just a warm, nourishing bite. 2 weeks later, she told me, "I didn't think one little egg would matter, but I don't feel so wobbly anymore. I actually feel grounded." That's the power of the right bedtime protein. It's not about eating a full meal at night. It's about offering your muscles just enough fuel to repair and rebuild while you sleep. Your body does the work. All you have to do is give it the tools. Now let's turn our attention to something a bit less expected. Something tiny enough to sit in your palm, often forgotten in a jar at the back of the cupboard. But don't let their size fool you. These little seeds are one of the most effective nighttime foods for recovery and strength. We're talking about pumpkin seeds. Yes, those little green seeds, often called pepitas, you might see sprinkled on salads or mixed into granola. But when it comes to your muscles, your sleep, and your recovery, pumpkin seeds offer far more than most people realize. Let me introduce you to Harold. At 72, he's a retired gardener whose hands still show the strength of a lifetime spent in the soil. He came to me with a concern I hear often. I wake up every morning with tight legs. I stretch, I move, but it's like I never actually rested. We looked at his habits, his meals, his sleep schedule, and one crucial piece was missing: magnesium. Magnesium is essential for helping your muscles fully relax. Without enough of it, muscles stay semi-contracted through the night, leading to morning soreness, even after a full 8 hours of sleep. And guess what? One of the best food sources of magnesium is, you guessed it, pumpkin seeds. Just 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds provides about 37% of your daily magnesium needs. Eaten in the evening, they offer your body the minerals it needs to physically unwind, not just mentally. But magnesium isn't their only benefit. Pumpkin seeds also contain tryptophan, an amino acid your body turns into serotonin, and then into melatonin, the very hormone that regulates your sleep cycle. While tryptophan alone won't knock you out, paired with magnesium, it becomes a powerful combo for restful, restorative sleep. And that kind of sleep is where true muscle recovery happens: growth hormone release, cellular repair, strength building, all while you rest under the covers. Pumpkin seeds also offer about 7 grams of plant-based protein per ounce, along with healthy fats that slow digestion and provide a steady release of amino acids overnight. It's a slow, gentle nourishment that supports healing muscles, not a sugar crash or energy spike. So how should you eat them? Keep it small, just a tablespoon or 2 is enough. Enjoy them plain, or sprinkle on a bit of Greek yogurt if you want a protein boost. You can warm them slightly in a dry pan to enhance the nutty flavor, but avoid adding salt, especially if you're watching your blood pressure. Unsalted is best for late-night snacks. They're also rich in zinc, which helps with tissue repair, immune health, and even hormonal support, particularly for men over 60 who are working to maintain healthy testosterone levels, which are directly linked to muscle mass. All of that from a tiny seed. Nature really doesn't waste space. One gentle reminder: pumpkin seeds are calorie dense. That doesn't make them bad, just something to be mindful of. A small serving is plenty. Think of them not as a snack, but as a nightly tonic for your muscles. Your sleep and your aging bodies need to heal quietly, gently, and naturally. And now we arrive at the last one, the quiet champion of nighttime strength: It may not have the vibrant sweetness of fruit or the satisfying crunch of seeds. It doesn't boast bold colors or trendy appeal. But if there's one food that truly goes to work while you sleep, gently and effectively rebuilding the muscles that time tries to wear down, it's this one, cottage cheese. Now, before you roll your eyes or think, "Isn't that what my grandmother used to eat?" stay with me. Beneath that humble, slightly lumpy texture lies one of the most effective muscle-supporting foods you can enjoy before bed, especially if you're over 60 and trying to hold on to your strength. Let me explain. Cottage cheese contains a unique kind of protein called casein. Unlike the protein in chicken, fish, or even eggs, casein digests very slowly. That means instead of being absorbed quickly, it releases amino acids into your bloodstream gradually. Over many hours, it keeps feeding your muscles while you sleep. Why does that matter? Because while you're resting, your body switches into repair mode. But if there aren't enough amino acids circulating, those vital muscle rebuilding blocks, your body may begin breaking down existing muscle just to meet its overnight needs. And that's exactly what we're trying to prevent, especially when you're already facing age-related muscle decline. Now imagine giving your body a slow, steady stream of those essential nutrients while you sleep. That's exactly what a small portion of cottage cheese can do. It doesn't spike blood sugar, it doesn't feel heavy in the stomach, and it doesn't require a complicated prep. It simply gets to work quietly, efficiently, and effectively while you rest. Let me tell you about my friend Martha. She's 76, sharp as a tack, but had recently started noticing her legs getting weaker. Climbing stairs had become a challenge. Even getting out of the car felt harder than it used to. Her doctor told her, "It's just aging." But that answer didn't sit well with her. We made one small adjustment, just a few spoonfuls of low-fat cottage cheese about half an hour before bed. Within 3 weeks, she looked at me and said, "It's like my body finally got the message. I'm waking up with more energy. I actually feel steady again." That's the power of giving your muscles what they've been quietly asking for. Cottage cheese is also rich in leucine, the same powerful amino acid we discussed earlier with eggs. But here's the difference. While eggs give you a quick boost, cottage cheese offers a long, gentle release of leucine over several hours. Think of it as the difference between a push and a steady guiding hand that stays with you through the night. And if you're someone watching your blood sugar, here's another benefit. Plain, low-fat cottage cheese is naturally low in carbs. It won't spike insulin levels or cause a crash in the middle of the night. In fact, that steady protein intake may even help balance blood sugar while you sleep, an added plus for those managing diabetes or insulin sensitivity. If sodium is a concern, no problem. Low-sodium versions are widely available. And for heart health, stick with low-fat or 1% varieties. You still get the benefits, but with lower saturated fat. Now let's talk about how to actually enjoy it. Some people love the taste and texture straight from the container. Others like to pair it with a few slices of fruit. Banana works beautifully, or add a sprinkle of cinnamon for warmth. Got some leftover kiwi from earlier? Stir that in for a boost of flavor and a touch of sweetness. The goal is to keep it light, simple, and easy to digest. Remember, this isn't about eating a full meal. It's about sending your body a gentle message. Here's what you need to recover. I've got you. Take it slow. Give your body time. One spoonful can start the process. And here's the beauty of it. No prep, no cooking, no hassle. You don't need to heat up a pan or dig out the blender. Just pop open the container, take your spoon, and let this simple food do its powerful work quietly, gently, effectively. So many older adults feel like they have to do something big to regain strength. Start an intense fitness program, follow a complex meal plan, or invest in expensive supplements. But the real secret to lasting strength after 60, it's not intensity, It's consistency. It's in knowing what your body needs and giving it that support regularly and thoughtfully. And when it comes to nighttime nutrition, a little cottage cheese is like a soft, reassuring hug for your muscles before bed. It says, I see you. I'm here. Let's heal. So now that we've walked this gentle evening journey together, take a moment, take a breath, reflect. You don't need to overhaul your life or chase perfection. What your body craves now, more than anything, is consistency rooted in kindness. A few smart, nourishing choices repeated night after night with care. Tonight, that might look like peeling a kiwi, boiling a soft egg, savoring a few pumpkin seeds, or enjoying a spoonful of cottage cheese. These aren't just snacks. They're small, meaningful acts of love for your future self. They fuel your muscles. They calm your mind. They prepare your body for deep, healing sleep and stronger mornings. With each quiet nighttime habit, you're telling your body, you still matter, you still have strength, you are still capable of rebuilding. Because here's the truth that too many people don't hear. Muscle loss is not inevitable. It can be prevented. It can even be reversed, and it starts with giving your body what it needs, not in loud or overwhelming ways, but in thoughtful, nourishing steps. So tonight, instead of lying in bed wondering if your strength is slipping away, you can rest with the peace of knowing your body is at work, rebuilding, healing, and growing while you sleep. If this video gave you hope or sparked an idea for your own bedtime routine, I'd love to hear from you. Which food are you most excited to try? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. And who knows? Your story might be the very thing someone else in our true wellness family needs to feel inspired and begin their own journey.